The being prepared for the next thing is so wildly critical. I think life in general is rise and fall. Everything is rise and fall. And there's been a couple times in my life where I got caught holding on to the last wave while it's dying. You've got to be, when you're grabbing that first one and you're holding it, it's going to be there, it's fantastic, but you got to know that you're going to have to let go at some point, because the same thing that saved your life, if you hang on, it'll kill you.
Taking responsibility, accepting responsibility is not an admission of guilt. You're not admitting that you're at fault. Taking responsibility is a recognition of the power that you seize when you stop blaming people. It's not like you're letting somebody who wronged you off the hook. Like, taking responsibility is an act of emotional self-defense. Taking responsibility is taking your power back.
The thing is, and when I started, I had all these grand ambitions of what I wanted to be and what I wanted to do, and I want to be the biggest movie star in the world. So I studied that and I worked out and I got my body crazy and I did, just got my head around doing everything I could do to be the biggest movie star in the world, and then I had a taste of that, and I realized that even though I had achieved all those things, on the inside, I was still that same insecure little boy that was trying to prove something, to girls that had cheated and to my father and all of that. And that you can't achieve your way out of your, childhood wounds and traumas.
You can't fake it.
You can't fake it, right? So then I made the shift. And what I realized is that the only sustainable mission throughout your whole existence is to improve lives. And as soon as I made the shift in my mind from trying to be big and trying to have money and trying to be popular to making sure that I improved lives every step of the way on this earth, then all of a sudden I started experiencing healing, and Alfonso was one of those people that was right there with me, making that transition from product and winning to love and people. It's like everybody was sitting at home looking at their devices, right? When what felt like a new atrocity to some people, but was happening over and over again for African Americans. And for this to happen in this time for the whole world to see what we've been saying for hundreds of years.
Yes.
My grandmother taught me to try to be thankful for these times and these opportunities, to try to be thankful for your pain, and we are in a circumstance that we've never been before. The entire globe has stood up and said to the African American people, we see you and we hear you. How can we help? We've never been there before. I've never seen myself as particularly talented. Where I excel is I'm willing to die in the process of acquiring skill. I look at the world through a lens of comedy, right? So my natural reaction is always, no matter when something happens, and I can't even help it, it's why is that funny? My children, the most important thing is that they be encouraged to fully and thoroughly be themselves. It's funny, I learned a really valuable lesson in this, right? Because the network wanted to do one more season of The Fresh Prince. And I remember I was considering I was going to do one more season of The Fresh Prince, and we'd done an episode or something with John Amos. Okay. And John Amos came to me, he said, hey man, listen. He's like, don't overstay your welcome on TV. He was like, you're doing great stuff. He's like, you do not want to get canceled in the middle of a season. Is like, go out on your terms, the way that you want to go out, be able to say goodbye to your fans. Don't get caught.
Okay.
You know,
that's good advice.
And then, so this was the 6th season, and I had an opportunity to do one more season, but I was feeling like the quality wasn't necessarily gonna stay up, and I decided to end the show in the 6th season.